Everybody, it's Rich coming at you with a once again semi-monthly update. Tonight might be a little different. It might be kind of quick. The good news is I survived the winter weather that we've had. It's been kind of crazy. It's been very cold. Like I've said in the past, I live in an RV, and this is my sewing room in the back, and it's probably the least insulated room in the whole place. So it's been a little too cold to be back here, really doing a lot, but I survived the snow. Unfortunately, my sewing machine did not. A couple nights ago, I tried coming back to continue hammering out more of my Flying Geese for the Flying Geese quilt. I think I'm down to probably the last 40 Flying Geese that I need to make. There's so many of them. It's be a different video when I do that one, but there'll be an update video on that quilt coming soon. I'm over Flying Geese right now. I don't know what else to say. There's too many of them. It's already been a busy. January was really busy, and then February it's weather so far. In January, I was able to finish the first row of the Julia's Handmade foundation paper piece quilt. It's super fun. It was a challenge. I've never done that big of a foundation paper piece project to date. I have the February ones printed out over there, but I don't have a sewing machine to do it on right now. So we're going to play that one by ear. I'm taking it to get looked at tomorrow. Kind of at a point, though, that it's going to cost me almost more to get it serviced than the sewing machine is worth. So I'm doing some real hard thinking right now as far as whether I want to pay to get that one replaced, or if I want to use my refund from Uncle Sam to invest in something that's a little more durable. And now that I've got some experience under my belt and I know a little more about what I enjoy doing and what I'm looking for in a sewing machine, I think I can make some better choices. I can count on one hand how many times I used all the fancy stitches that were on that sewing machine. I really just need a straight stitch with an accurate 1/4 inch seam. If anybody has any recommendations for that, drop them in the comments. I'd love to hear. Next update might have a new sewing machine. Who knows? With that being said, though, it's a perfect time to. I've been holding on to the Tula Nova pattern I think I've had this pattern for almost 6 months now, and I've been putting it off for the most ridiculous reason, and it's because I didn't want to spend the $35 on the templates. But I finally spent the money for the templates. Those came in the mail today. I have some beautiful Tula pink fabric. It's gray work, and then some other random. It's kind of hard to tell. And then these are two different colorways of that, and I've got a blue of the crosshatch pattern over there that I'm going to use as a backing for one of my other quilts. Once my sewing machine gets fixed, that whatever's left over will be getting used in the Tula pink, or the Tula Nova quilt. I'm going to start working on that one tonight because it's been a while since I've done English paper piecing, and I'm excited to get cracking on that one. I got the glue pen out, ready to go. I've been this year. I had my video that I posted at the beginning of the year that was really all my goals for the year, and laying out how I wanted to accomplish all those. I appreciate everybody's feedback, and now that I have all these patterns and everything sitting in front of me, it's kind of overwhelming. But I'm gonna work on them, and they're gonna be fun once I get a sewing machine. What came in the mail a couple days ago that I've been super excited about, and I'm really bummed that I can't get cracking on it, is Ramble, the block of the month. The shop that I got that from is doing quarterly boxes. I mean, I guess I could have done it either way. I could have done it monthly or quarterly, and I just opted to do it quarterly just so that I don't really know why I went with quarterly, to be completely honest. But it came with 3 bundles of fabric, and each one is for a month. This fabric is amazing. It's like the texture of it. I don't know if I have to do some more research into like what this is even, but it's like the fabric is amazing, and I can't wait to get going on that one. It's sitting over here. It's just taunting me on my workbench. I also was able to get the Roseville album pattern. I think this is the one that when it showed up and I was like, oh my goodness, there's so many templates in there. Like that's kind of where I'm at. I think I'm going to do scrappy with this. I'm just going to use all of the solids and all of the stuff that I've got in my tote is getting kind of excessive down here. So I think I'm going to use a lot of that for that. And then I also got the Alaska, the Northern Wilderness. I'm super excited about this one. I'm kind of deciding what fabric I want to use for this. I'm leaning kind of towards, I think Moda Grunge is what I've been eyeing. I'm just trying to make sure that it's got the colors that I'm looking for this one. That one I'm super excited about too. And then, like I said, that I was probably going to pick up quilts that weren't on my original to-do list. There was another block of the month, I think it's a block of the month, that I've been eyeballing, but I didn't want to commit to another one. So I did get the book that goes along with this one. I didn't pull the trigger on the fabric pack. It's still up in the air if I want to or not. This quilt is beautiful, and I don't know if I'm going to make it this year or not, but I did get the pattern. It's got a lot of really interesting techniques for how it's assembled to make all those pieces go together. And I have it. I'm debating. It's on the table. I'm not going to say I'm not going to do it, but it's definitely on the table. One of the other things that I did is I put together a binder. I don't know why. Mainly because, actually I do know why. My mother-in-law just finished this quilt, and then she gave me the pattern so that I could make it. And it is, this light right here is really bright, so it's kind of glaring on that. It's the Alaska quilt. I guess I've got a theme going this year. From Laundry Basket Quilts. The one that my mother-in-law made was beautiful. And I've got some fabric in mind. Actually, I've already got fabric picked out. It's in front of me right here. It is Ruby Star Society Speckled. I think these are the colors I'm actually going to go with right here. It's some shades of blue. There's kind of a darkish gray, and then a couple lighter colors. Oh, drop that. I'll have to pick that up in a minute. And just for the fun of it, I did do a test block. My mother-in-law has like this giant triangle ruler that came along with it that was part of the, she did this in a class. She said I could borrow them, but I just really wanted to try it. So I used the templates that came with it. I'm guessing that when they photocopied, because she got this in a class and they photocopied the pattern for her, that it wasn't to scale. Like it wasn't, there's always that little box that says match this 1 inch is 1 inch, print to 100%, whatever. Because I did a test block and this is like an inch shorter than what the size is supposed to be. So I invested in this guy. It's a Creative Grids. It's an Alaska ruler. It's designed for this very specific, well, it's for a lot of the Laundry Basket quilt patterns, but specifically the Alaska quilt. And it's got all of the different things. And sure enough, looking at this as opposed to the template is significantly smaller than what this is. So I might do another test block just to make sure with the new ruler, and then we'll go from there and see. And then if I like the colors, I'm gonna go, I just got fat quarters. This was from a different project that I was gonna do that I've just been holding on to, and I thought these would be beautiful for this. So I'll get the fabric that I need once I lock that one in. The other quilt that I have committed to for this year that wasn't in my 2026 plans video is the Amish with a Twist block of the month for Tula Pink. She posted it on her Instagram, and it was beautiful. And I kind of looked into it once I saw that what she had posted and how hers turned out, but it seemed I didn't want to have to go through the hassle of picking out all the fabric and doing everything for that. So when I saw that a whole bunch of different fabric shops were offering block of the month for that, I jumped all over that because I guess I have a thing for Tula Pink fabric. It's not, when I started this quilting adventure, it's not the fabric that I would have assumed that I would gravitate towards, but it's the fabric that I gravitate towards. I'm trying to think. I think that's pretty much everything for a short update. Oh, actually, there's one more. The quilt that's behind me, right here. Oh, I have a small kind of makeshift design wall. It's a sheet. It's tacked up to the wall, and I can just pin things up. But it gives me an opportunity to look at what I'm doing. These were blocks. They're 16 patch blocks. I got inspiration from Kate from the last Homely House. It's all leftover. I can't remember the fabric line. It's from Sherry and Chelsea from Motive Fabrics. It's the fabric that I used for the sampler that I made. I got a half-yard bundle of that and a couple Jolly Bars from Fat Quarter Shop, and it was way more fabric than I needed. So I'm doing these 16 patch blocks, or 16 patch blocks. I was originally going to do a full-size quilt for myself, but as I've been doing them, have been really wanting to do a like a donation quilt. And one of my local quilt shops does the Project Linus donation quilts. So I'm going to finish doing all of these blocks and sew this together. I think I'm going to add two more going down, so it'll be 5 by 6, and then I'm going to straight line quilt it in the ditch with some backing, and then I'm going to donate that, because it's one of those things that I've wanted to do that should have been on my 2026 goal list but didn't make it on there. So I'm going to do it anyways. I have all those blocks. I just need to finish a handful more, which I've got. They're over here in my little toolbox, but I've got 5 or 6 blocks that are kind of in various stages of ready to go, and then I've got a whole tote of fabric to go that just needs to be cut up. I am still kind of on I want to knock some quilts out that I've been sitting on for a little while. I think for a long time, I was really intimidated about the quilting process with these, and when I knocked out those quilts before Christmas and realized that that's not really worth sitting on and kind of dreading doing, I have had a lot more motivation to try and finish quilts. So with that being said, I've got my Grand Canyon quilt that I have the backing. I got batting for it. I just need my sewing machine back, and then I'm going to quilt that. I might try and get a little creative with that one, but I'm not 100% sure yet. And then I've got my Courthouse Steps quilt that I also picked up. I picked up a bunch of, it's the same fabric as the green for the Tula Nova, but I think I've got like 5 or 6 yards of that, and that's for backing for the Courthouse Steps quilt. So once again, as soon as I get my sewing machine back, I have everything I need for that one. I'm just gonna try and knock that out and see how I can get that one going. And then once those 2 are done, it will really only leave 1 quilt, 2 quilts, 2 quilt tops up in my tote of finished tops that I just need to put backing on and get ready to go. It's the big Anna Marie quilt from the Blueprint Quilting book, and then the Improv quilt that I just got some blue fabric and sewed a bunch of things together. Those 2 are the only 2 that will need backing and batting, and then I'll be caught up on quilts, which is exciting, because for a little while there I had a whole stack of quilt tops that were just staring at me, needing to be finished. So I think that's all I'm going to do, or that's everything for tonight. I will keep everybody updated in a future video when I get my sewing machine back, or I get a new sewing machine. Once again, if anybody has any recommendations, please post them down in the comments and let me know. I'm curious to know what everybody recommends for that. Like I said, I don't need the fancy stitches. I really just want something that a little more accurate with straight lines, 1/4-inch seams, and maybe a little more powerful. The brother kind of struggles a little bit when I'm trying to quilt on that machine. It does what I need it to do, but it struggles a little bit. Otherwise, thank you for sticking around. I'll see everybody in the next one. Hopefully the next video that I get to post is going to be a follow along. I'm going to try and knock out this kind of central ring to the Tula Nova. I think I've got the fabric that I want to do, and then we'll go from there. So you'll see that over the next couple of days, and I'll be doing that while I have no sewing machine. But thank you for sticking around. Please like, subscribe, do all the fun things, and I'll see you in the next one. All right, bye.